So we've got Lady Gaga joining our show. We are so unbelievably excited.
Nevermore is opening its doors again for all the Outcast lovers of the show, and you would be extremely spellbound to learn of all these 10 confirmed facts that will be in Wednesday Season 2. One of the earlier confirmed facts about Wednesday Season 2 is that a significant character, Xavier, will not be returning, as the cast Percy Hines White was fired after his controversial scandal, which includes alleged SA, racism, and homophobia, and also having the face of a known terrorist in an American incident on his shirt, despite being a Canadian. Many of these accusations started coming to light after some young women came online with screenshots to show Percy's involvement with young girls when he was in Toronto. There were also screenshots of Percy texting minors and using racial slurs in a video.
What did you just say to me? Now you listen here, you coon son of a... You stay the out of my neighborhood, you heard?
The crazy thing is that the accusations came about after the alleged victims saw Percy on TV as Xavier, and they revealed it was a different type of pain to see their abuser on a significant show. Afterward, people started calling for Percy to be fired, and apparently he was dismissed. For a big show like Wednesday, which is also one of the best shows Netflix has made in recent times, Netflix was very intentional about protecting the show from any scandal that could tank its views. And despite Percy's response to denying the allegations, he had no choice but to exit the production for Season 2. However, that doesn't change the fact that he holds an essential character, Xavier, in the show, which has been confirmed to be written off. Tim Burton, who directed the show, had a similar problem in Beetlejuice, where he couldn't bring back the humiliated actor Jeffrey Jones and made his character face an awful end. And in the usual Tim Burton style, Xavier will also come to a disastrous end off-screen in Season 2, which works super well considering many characters who passed away in Season 1. Another confirmed fact about Wednesday Season 2 is that there will be no love story, especially for Wednesday, and the love triangle that was being set up in Season 1 is as good as over and won't fit into Wednesday's role in Season 2. In Season 1, Wednesday fell into a love triangle with Xavier and Tyler, but at the show's end, she became disappointed with Tyler and seemed to be drawing closer to Xavier, who even got her a phone at the end of the school year. But in Season 2, Wednesday is dropping all of that as the actress who plays the role, Jenna Ortega, thinks the plotline distracts people from Wednesday's purpose, and it also takes away from the character with how they were setting her up for importance through the eyes of these two boys. So based on that and the fact that Xavier has been written off, Wednesday will be free of romance in Season 2 and only get to focus on what matters. However, Wednesday is always full of surprises, and as one character is being written off because of allegations, another is joining to enhance the hype Season 1 got upon release. With Wednesday, it was quick for fans to realize the celebrity who wears similar aesthetics with pride, and it's none other than the gothic queen, Lady Gaga. The intermission between Gaga and the show was so great that the fans edited the footage of Wednesday's special dance to Gaga's music, Bloody Mary. And a big trend started with fans dancing to the music in Wednesday's moves and costumes. But it got even better because the production listened to the fans and brought Lady Gaga to the show. It's evident that Wednesday's team listens to everything the fans want, but despite their plan to have Lady Gaga in a significant role, they could only sign her for a cameo appearance. She spent one day on set, meaning it's a minimal role, but her brief stay on set changed everything for everyone present.
Yes, we had a normal functioning set, and I remember pulling up to work the day of, and suddenly there was like truck after truck after truck. I went to my tent to hang out, and they replaced my dirty tent with like brand new tents. I had a barber's chair. They gave me fancy water.
Then, Jenna added how everything immediately returned to their usual position as soon as Gaga left the set.
Everything. We like really did it up for her, guys. We really wanted to impress her.
Wow.
And then the next day I went back to my dusty setup.
It's not fully known what Gaga's position will be in Season 2, but her brief appearance would set off a great and chaotic event in the show. Interestingly, Gaga wouldn't be the only one making a cameo feature in the show, as it's confirmed that one of the Addams family members will also appear in Season 2. In Season 1, we met quite a few of the Addams family, and after Season 1 ended, people speculated that the family member would be Cousin It. While that isn't confirmed yet, Grandmama will undoubtedly be featured in the show, which makes a big difference from the last season. In the first look at Grandmama, we saw Wednesday's face lit up. She's the only one who can make her smile like that. Also, there will be more focus on the Addams family, which means there could be more joining the show other than Grandmama. In season 1, we discovered the interesting but complicated dynamic between Wednesday and her mother, Morticia. Longtime fans of the show could immediately figure out that it wasn't always like this between mother and daughter, as they once had a lovely relationship. However, as a teenager, Wednesday is trying to find her individuality, and she seems to be taking an even darker turn than Morticia, so there will be clashes. However, in season 2, their relationship will be explored further, and how it helps them find a balance to coexist. It will still be very complicated, but it will be a bigger focus than in season 1, making fans understand their dynamic better. Speaking of relationship dynamics, Wednesday will improve much better with her roommate Enid than she did in season 1. But the crazy thing is that it wouldn't just be their friendship that will be explored, as Wednesday will undoubtedly continue to warm up to Enid. The two will face some challenges together, which will continue to help them navigate their friendship, but also bring out the most emotional moments between them. We know for a fact that Wednesday will see a terrifying vision of Enid's grave, which brings her to black tears. Also in season 1, Enid was beginning to morph into a werewolf, which she was still struggling to control, but in season 2, she would improve. She will get into many problems, eventually setting off her relationship dynamic with Wednesday. It's also confirmed that Pugsley will be joining Nevermore in season 2. In season 1, we could see Pugsley in a regular school with Wednesday before she left, and he continued attending the school. But then he will be with her again in Nevermore, except he will find it harder to adjust to the school than it did for Wednesday. In season 1, Pugsley has yet to develop his power, but that will change in season 2 as he navigates his unique ability, which is generating electricity from his fingertips. This power is similar to Uncle Fester's power, and how these power manifestations work will be explored in season 2 using Pugsley. And just like it took Wednesday some time to master and use her psychic abilities, Pugsley will also train with Wednesday to learn to control his power generating skill. Also, Pugsley joining the school and having this power will be helpful to Wednesday as she navigates Nevermore's dark and chaotic side. One of the most fascinating things about season 1 was Thing, who did much for a severed hand. The way Thing watches out for Wednesday and helps her run errands are just so perfect and enjoyable. But despite being a helping hand, there's no backstory for the character in the show. The original fans of the franchise might have a clue about how the hand became severed, but the new audience needs to have a more detailed story, seeing as Wednesday is an independent production. So in season 2, we will get details surrounding Thing's backstory. It's also confirmed that more world building will be in season 2 to help each character shine and have their origin story. And Thing isn't giving up until it gets a helping hand to tell its backstory in season 2. A lot of minor characters made huge differences in season 1. One of them is Yoko. Despite being in a minor role, her character was so interesting and unique that the fans expected her to take a much larger role in season 2. But unfortunately, it's confirmed that won't be happening. Naomi J. Ogawa portrays Yoko, and she will not be featured in season 2. Naomi's exit is based on the fact that there's not much progression and expansion for Yoko in season 2, so that means the production didn't expand on the character despite the fans hammering on that. Also, with an uncertain schedule of when she would be needed on set and whether it would clash with another project, Naomi felt it was time she exited the show. However, the actress didn't leave on bad terms, but based on productivity, where she must have compared her time and resources between being on the show and not till she settled for the best one for her, which was leaving the production. Despite not being a part of season 2, Naomi is excited and ready to see season 2 as a fan. Even though Yoko has been written off the show, it has been confirmed that other side characters featured in season 2 will get adequate screen time and their plot lines. As soon as Wednesday season 1 blew up, Jenna didn't fail to tell everyone how exhausted and overworked she was from working on Wednesday and carrying the show on her back. The focus was mainly on her in season 1. She barely had any break. The actress complained of sleepless nights and having to extend her acting role to work on the script as she wanted it to be perfect. Jenna had a tough time on set as she invested herself into the character and learned a lot of skills, including fencing, choreographing, and learning the cello. However, these complaints will no longer be there in season 2 because Jenna had a flexible filming schedule to ensure she wasn't overwhelmed, and she also became a producer, which gave her more leverage to work in that capacity without feeling exploited.